Okay, Formula One qualifying, they got to do something about that. They've got to do something about that. You know what I saw in Q2? I recorded it, and the race is recording right now. I have to avoid spoilers desperately too, especially when I'm reading, up reading every morning. Somebody wants to tell me I saw something about Verstappen pit wall, and I went, oh, fuck. And I turned away. Well, I didn't miss much. They didn't really show what happened. Too many blockages. Too many people had their laps ruined because people were in the way. They have to do something about this, okay? Limit the number of cars that can go out. Have 2 qualifying sessions with 7 cars instead of 14 with 1 qualifying session. Have 2 qualifying sessions with 7 cars. We have to do something about that because you're running the clock anyway. It's not like you're in a fucking race or a sprint race. You're racing the clock. There's just too much traffic. Even at Silverstone, that's a big high-speed track, and fucking people in the way. People were in the wrong spot, okay, in some corners. They absolutely should have been either stopped or up on the inside to let this guy go through, because 3 times I saw people's laps fucked up. 3 times. These were all people that could have been potential front row cars. They have to do something about that. I'm seeing it more and more. And the more cars start to have parity, the more they back into one another or they block one another. And yeah, it's just not, I don't know. The way that we run time trials here is it's 1 lap. You go out, you get a warm-up lap, then you run 1 lap. That is your fucking qualifying time. Done. You don't get a second chance. You don't get a second run. If you fuck your lap up, you fucked your lap up. That would be nice to see. Maybe everybody goes Q1, Q2, and then the last group gets to run 1 warm-up lap and then 1 full-out lap with no one else on the track. It's just 10 laps of racing, right? There's just 10 people, 10 laps of racing. You could send the other guy out. When the other guy's finishing his lap, you could send the other guy out for his warm-up lap right behind the guy that's on his time lap. And it would just be 10 laps. Nobody's in anyone's way. And we know that the top 10 people had a clear chance of setting their fastest possible time without anyone being in the way, or, you know what I mean? I actually, you have to be... you have to just kind of forget that, all someone has to do is just get in the way of you just a tiny, tiny little bit. And now this other team has an advantage. I don't like that. I don't like, because we know how human beings are. I don't like that. So how about Q1, Q2 run the way they do now, and then in Q3, each one of those people goes out, they get a warm-up lap, and then they get a timed lap, and you're stuck with that. No second chance. What do you think?